Okay, guys. Before we start class today, let's pray first with our personal belief. Pray begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Finish. Okay. So, as I said before, that today we are going to discuss about sport vocabulary. So here are the vocabularies. The first one, there is an athletics meeting, means an event where various athletic sports are held. And then an athletics track means running track. An away game, a football match played in the opposing team's stadium. A brisk walk means fast walk. To do judo, judo ya. A football fan, someone who likes football. Fitness program, schedule of activities to keep fit. Football match, a game of football. Football pitch, the surface on which you play football, as opposed to stadium, which is the building. Football season, a period in the year when football is played. To get into shape, to become fit. To go jogging, to run around the streets. Home game, a football match played in the team's own stadium. To keep fit, to stay in good physical condition. Next, to be out of condition means that to not be physically fit. Jadi ini ya, the opposite of to keep fit. Personal best, to achieve the best personal results so far in sport. Personal trainer, a sports coach that helps you on a one-to-one basis. To play tennis or football. To run the marathon, to run a distance of 42,195 kilometers. A season ticket, a ticket that gives you entry to most of teams' home games during the sporting year. Set a record to achieve the best result in sport. Sport center, public building where people can do various sports. Sport facilities, the equipment and services needed to do a sport. Squash, tennis, badminton court. The surface where you play these sports. Strenuous exercise. Exercise that needs a lot of physical effort. A strong swimmer, a good swimmer. A swimming pool, the place where you swim. To take up exercise means that to start doing exercise. Then the last one, to train hard, to train with a lot of effort. Okay, is there any question? No? Okay, then let's get practice. Okay, Raffi,
Hi there.
do you do any sports?
Well, not really. I'm not quite a sporty kind of person. I'm quite lazy, for, first and foremost. So, well, I don't do much sport, but I occasionally do running and jogging for every maybe weekend or 3 day, once in a 3 day.
Okay, how do you spend a typical weekend?
Well, I woke up in morning, of course, and I first plan of what I will do in that day. For example, maybe do some cleaning that I previously couldn't do in the weekdays, and also do weekly shopping to the supermarket to stock up my food.
Have you got any hobbies or interests?
I have this hobby for reading novels. Quite spend time in my rest time to read novels and watching movies sometimes.
That's all?
That's all.
Okay, what do you,
Sorry,
it's okay. What do you
it's
think,
so bad
Raffi?
because it's so bad. I distracted. I have to do work right now.
Oh, okay. So
I'm
you're
sorry.
still working right now?
Yes, because my boss just called me to. He asked me about something related to work that I must done right now. So
Okay.
I quite multitask right now.
Ah, I see then. So is it okay? I mean, can you still join this class or?
No, I will try to listen to the class because I know that I still need to learn.
Okay. Yeah, first of all, probably because it's not your thing. As you said that you are not kind of like sporty person, right? So probably this vocabulary is not familiar for you, right?
Yes,
And then that's one of the reason why you hesitate, I guess, because
yes,
you need to think gitu ya,
yes,
what the idea that you need to bring. And then after that, grammatical errors. Yeah, when you
yes,
said for every maybe gitu, once a week or every 3 day gitu kan ya tadi.
yes.
Probably you can say maybe once a week or every 3 days gitu ya,
Okay,
because it's plural. And then for question number two and number three, even though it's about typical weekend, but because it's about sports vocabulary, so I hope you can use the sports vocabulary gitu ya. Jadi mungkin kind of like
noted,
lack of vocabulary gitu ya, Raffi.
noted. I will correct it
Oke,
in maybe my next try, maybe.
oke, oke then. Nice. Next, Rizka. Ica. Yeah.
Yes, Miss.
Do you do any sports?
Actually, I'm not that athletic, so I don't do any sport regularly, and I don't really exercise in daily basis. And I always um, push back my plan to exercise, and I keep procrastinating a lot to go into the gym. That's why I think I really struggle with fitness and also, my health has been really worsening a lot these days, and but I actually made a promise for myself to get better in in exercise, and uh, I actually just walking back for uh, my home, so I just can walk in my home without actually going out from the house. And actually it was a little bit pricey, but I think that would be a good start for me to exercise uh, regularly, and uh, combining with the healthy diet. I think that would be beneficial for uh, me and my healthiness.
How do you spend a typical weekend?
I'm actually a little bit sleep deprived in weekdays, so weekend is the time to me for um, sleep all the day, and I don't really go outside when during the weekend. And but if I if but honestly, sometimes my mother will drag me to go outside and just walk for maybe almost 45 minutes in a day so that I can be more fit and healthier. Uh, she is really active person, so she really hopes that I can pick up those kind of habits. Um, yeah, I think that is why she always next me during weekend because I just lay on my bed and just scrolling through my phones and just didn't do anything. And I think that's why she is really worried. Or she is worried about my health.
Okay. Have you got any hobbies or interests?
Um, these days I am into watching movies and just scrolling through my gadgets, but I often watch several sports competition, including um, badminton, and I think that is quite interesting to watch how they um, do the competition and like uh, which athlete, whose athlete are uh, dominating the sport right now. And moreover, I think that is also a good way to motivate me to move more. Like we can see that athletes are really fit and they are able to do the sport for such a long time. And I think that is a good way to motivate me to get into sports.
Okay. What do you think, Icha?
Obviously, I still have filler words. I still speak some filler words.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I say that for the structure, I did uh, worse than the speaking before because there is not much linking words. Like I keep repeating words like and because and something like that.
Actually, ya, repetitionnya tadi. I
Yeah,
think I actually gitu, ya kan?
yeah.
Yeah, and then what else?
Maybe for the particular resources because I'm not really into sports and I don't have that much vocabularies for regarding sports.
Okay, well, I will point the good things first. Probably, yeah, you try to use the vocabulary, right? For example, talking about the badminton and so on. Instead using walk, you can use brisk walk. Tadi kan yang number two kalau nggak salah ya. Itu kan kamu bilang walk kan sama your mom gitu kan. Probably instead using the walk, you can use brisk walk gitu. And then you also get into details by giving the examples. But as you said, still there is fillers, and then after the hesitation, repetition as well, such as actually, I think, and so on gitu ya. And I think it's quite too long for part one. I don't know, probably because the long pauses gitu ya. Mungkin karena fillers and long pauses, it feels like long answer gitu, Ica. So probably just apa ya? straight to the point. For example, I'm not that kind of like sporty person, but I'm trying my best. For example, uh, I always do running or jogging with my mom every weekend. And yeah, I choose the sport because I think that's the easiest one, and so on and so on. Because I want to keep fit as well, blah 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 and so on gitu. Ya Ica ya. Jadi di situ kan kelihatan juga temponya ya. Maksudnya nggak long pauses gitu. Oke? Okay? Okay, then I can, yeah, you can you can do it probably by practicing more and more, especially in your fluency gitu ya, karena kayak permasalahannya cuma di fluency sih gitu. Oke. Okay?
Okay. Thank you for the advice.
Yes, you're welcome. Hanifa.
Yes.
Okay, do you do any sports?
I'm not really a sporty person, but I'm trying to shape a healthy habit, starting from warming up and to walk regularly around home area about for an hour. Doesn't go really well at first, but and until now, but I'm trying to make it more frequent to shape a good habit.
Hanifa lagi di ini ya, lagi ada acara ya?
Lagi di luar sih, Miss. Jadi hanya ada tempat ini yang bisa aku jangkau.
Oh, it's okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Okay then. How do you spend a typical weekend?
Um, since I have no regular agenda for exercise at weekend, I usually do household chores from washing clothes, ironing, and cleaning all rooms. It takes up to 7 hours on average until I could get myself a rest or continue my side hustle that I take on weekend. So the rest of the day I finish the task at my another job. But I consider the physical activities I do on household chores as exercise like I do sports.
Have you got any hobbies or interests?
Yes, I get a hobby of doing dance nowadays, especially hip hop genre. Since by the beginning of this year, I grow this interest after seeing dance battle in one of the variety shows I watch, and I see that the dance battle, all dancers are really cool, and I think I could be like them and kind of growing my healthy habits through dance, and it is also an exercise or a fun way to do exercise.
Okay. What do you think, Hanifa?
I think I'm still is it like struggling with fillers and some spots there's a grammatical error or like a sentence or structure error.
Yeah. Well, as you said, still there is fillers there, but I think it's getting better rather than yesterday. Yeah. And then after that, the good things are you try to use the vocabulary as well, and then combine it. For example, talking about the house chores, and then you try to combine it with the sport vocabulary gitu ya. That's nice actually. You probably I cannot honestly I cannot hear you clearly, but probably the thing that I want to mention is about your fillers kali ya. Yang kedengaran banget tuh fillersnya. Oke, gitu ya Hanifah.
Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome. Oke, Gio.
Yeah, hello, Miss.
Oke, do you do any sports?
Uh, Not really, but sometimes I do it like every 2 months, and yeah, around the weekend. So if I have if I have a leisure time on the weekend, and if I don't get any overtime schedule from my office, so I can go to play soccer with my friend, and then spend the day to rehearsal and then play soccer with my friend. So yeah, most of the time is around soccer or mini soccer, yeah, or football. You might say that. Yeah.
How do you spend a typical weekend?
Typical weekend, yeah. I'm also a big fan. I mean, a big football fan. So if there's a certain match on the weekend, football match, I will watch that match and I will support one of my favorite club in Europe. And I watch it online. And if there's no football match, so I usually hang out with my friend in mall or doing film photography. So I also like photography, especially using a film stock. So it's not a digital camera, but using a film camera when where you should buy the film stock and you should reload that stock to your camera, so we'll see the result of it. And it it will takes around 2 days for the film development. So yeah, I usually spend my weekend going film photography and also playing soccer with my friend.
Have you got any hobbies or interests?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, my hobbies is around film photography lately. uh, so it's been my hobby since 2021, the post-COVID era. So when I found that film photography and I tried to practice it back in 2021, so I have a huge admiration to that active to that device, and then I using most of the weekend right now. So film photography is my main hobbies and my main interest since 2021. But previously, I also love to read novels, something like that, like a fiction novel from the 90s or early 2000, especially a horror or thriller novel. So yeah, but right now my main hobbies is film photography.
Okay. What do you think, Gio?
Pardon?
Yeah, what do you think about your speaking in part one?
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think?
Uh, I think I need to learn about fluency. I think is that
Mhm.
correct? Or probably like I need to take a take a breath because I speak too fast or speak too slow. I don't know. What do you think, Miss?
You don't even know that you speak too fast or slow. What do you mean? Well, yes, you said that probably because the fillers and long pauses it affects your
Okay.
fluency. Yeah, I think it's not fast response, yeah. And then mm, grammatical errors, yeah, such as I did every 2 months, and then apa ya, around the weekend if I have leisure time gitu ya. So if it's like a habit, so you need to use the present tense gitu.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Yeah. And then after that, yeah, uh, it's been my hobby since COVID era, ya nggak sih tadi bilangnya gitu ya?
Yeah, post-COVID era.
Post COVID era. Yeah, probably yeah, you can change it into since the COVID-19 pandemic atau since post COVID-19 pandemic gitu ya. Jadi
Okay.
I think it's more natural gitu sih. Paling dari permasalahannya di fillers ya. And then one after that lack of vocabulary. Kayak cuma pakai soccer terus apa lagi ya? Football. Iya nggak? Vocab yang dipakai tadi kalau nggak salah.
Photography.
I mean about the sports
Oh,
vocabulary.
okay. Yeah, the
Ya kan?
sport. Yeah.
Kayaknya cuma itu kan? Gitu. Ya mungkin probably you can enlarge your idea by, you know, yeah, I choose this sport because blah 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 gitu ya. To keep my body fit or probably yeah, you can make up the stories. For example, I also go to gym to shape my body blah 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 gitu. Ya. Jadi nggak mesti harus real atau true story, tapi kamu juga bisa make up story gitu. Kalau misalnya buat ngeboost si lexical resource-nya atau vocabulary-nya. Gitu ya Gio ya.
Yeah.
Oke, okay, then next Agisha.
Yes.
Do you do any sports?
Uh, yes, I do recently. In the last weekend, for example, I have finished my 5K fun walk, and I have tried a new sport that is Pilates. I think after I tried Pilates makes my body feel like stretch, and to make my body position feel better and feel fresh. And I think I should try another sport like a tennis, badminton, or trying to long run.
How do you spend a typical weekend?
Actually, I love baking and cooking. Most of my weekend time I spend in the kitchen or go to the workshop to learn new recipe or new type of cake. And sometimes I am going to some restaurant to go to dinner with my family and or my friends.
Okay. Have you got any hobbies or interests?
Yes, like I mentioned previously, I have interest in baking and cooking right now. I also love running. I think it really makes me happy, and it's time to little bit run away from my work in the weekdays.
That's all?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's quite good. You get into details. For example, you're talking about the Pilates. I don't know how to pronounce it. Wait a minute.
I don't know. A little bit confused because Pilates is not really,
Pilates ya,
yeah.
Pilates ya. And then yeah, you also said the reason why you choose that Pilates, for example. But I think there's grammatical mistakes, yeah. When you
Yeah.
said felt stretch and felt fresh gitu ya.
Yes.
Probably you can say that my body felt more flexible and
Oh,
energized gitu. Yeah.
okay. Yes.
And then when you said about when you answer question number 2 and number 3, I think it's little bit apa ya? I think you can enlarge it more gitu.
Hmm.
Not only listing ya, jadi nggak kayak I think I need apa do tennis bla 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 gitu. Itu kan
Oh, all right.
hanya listing gitu. Okay,
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, next we are going to describe a place you like going to in your leisure time. Okay, because it's about sport vocabulary, so please choose uh, sport vocabulary as well ya. Jadi place-nya itu yang related to sports gitu. Okay, you should say what this place is, when you go there, what you do there, and say why you enjoy it there so much gitu. So as usual, I will give you 1 minute to do brainstorming, and you need to answer these questions in 2 minutes. Like for example here, si Maurice gitu ya, talking about sports center. Nah, kalau kalian kira-kira apa? For example, sport center juga. Dan once a week, probably. Probably badminton. Dan swimming. Probably near horrible. Okay, Raffi, are you ready? Raffi?
Sorry, Miss, can you continue on with maybe our my classmate.
Okay.
I have to. I still have to do something else
Okay.
related to work.
Okay. Okay, next. Maybe Icha.
Okay.
Icha, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, can start it now.
Okay. I'd like to talk about the stadium near my house. It's called Stadium Sultan Agung. I often go to the stadium during the weekend with my mom and my sister, but honestly, I tend to not go outside during the weekend. But because my mom always drags me to go here, I'll just naturally follow along. Um, it's a quite big stadium. It has both badminton and basketball court. It also has football field, and moreover, the most special features that kind of distinguishes this stadium with others is the horse riding track. And the local football leagues are often held here, and during those times, there will be almost 40,000 people fill the stadium. And actually, it has a wide pathway that's about almost 1 kilometer long. So it is an ideal place to fulfill my 10,000 steps goal for each day because 5 rounds of walking around the stadium would accumulate at around 5 kilometers, and that's really a lot comparing to um, my usual brisk walking. And moreover, I think that this stadium also has um, a lot of uh, sports to offer because aside from the sports facilities, they also have um, like a big field with several food vendors that sells their um, snacks, maybe like um, rawon or
Okay, stop.
uh,
Yep. What do you think, Icha?
obviously because we have 1 minute to be there, so I think that my fluency is better in this one.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I can elaborate more on the topic.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's getting better. Yeah, than yesterday, I guess. First of all, you answered the questions, all the questions. And then you also get into details. Yeah. You describe the stadium, for example, and then sport that you do in that stadium. You also said that there is food vendors and so on in that stadium gitu ya. But I think about the proportion, hmm, apa ya? Tadi kayak terlalu banyak di porsi ngedescribein about di sport centernya sih. Di sport center, di stadiumnya sih gitu. Jadi mungkin kayak bisa lebih banyak ke ya kalau bisa sih disamain gitu ya porsinya. And then kalau bisa sih lebih banyaknya tuh ke what you do there gitu. And then why-nya gitu. Tadi why-nya kayaknya cuma dikit karena mungkin waktunya juga udah nggak cukup ya.
Iya.
Dan masih ada filler sama hesitation. Itu aja sih. Tapi I think it could be better by by time, by practicing. Aku yakin kamu bisa lebih baik dari ini. Gitu ya Ica ya.
Okay.
Okay. Next, Hanifa.
Yes, please.
Okay, you can start it now.
I like to talk about stadiums, which are open for public. It is a place that offers many sport plays, alternatives mainly running track and court for several sports like badminton, volleyball, basketball, and many more. I sometimes go there once a week or twice a week, depends on my schedule on weekend. And whenever I have no crucial agenda, I'll make myself go to stadium to have an attempt to simply just walking or jogging. And I sometimes bring my friend over there to make my exercise more fun and gather the motivation. Um, Going to the stadium is one of the reason why I enjoy having exercise because I could see many people from any level of interest in sports gather there. And I mainly got the motivation to be more active and healthy by seeing the other people jogging or do a better sports than mine. So uh, going going to the stadiums, I think going to the stadiums makes me more motivated day by day and like charging up my motivation for for staying healthy and active.
Keep going.
Pardon, yes.
Keep going. You still have time.
I think that's all miss from me.
Okay. Well, yeah, you still have 30 seconds left. Gitu. Yeah, I think you can enlarge your idea more gitu. Probably talking di apa ya? About the benefits after doing jogging or running and so on gitu. Because tadi kayaknya cuma you just said that uh, after going to that stadium it makes you more motivated gitu kan. Jadi mungkin lebih ke sisi sportsnya gitu ya, healthnya gitu. Okay, but I think it's quite good and it's getting better. You describe the stadium and then you also use the vocabulary as well. And then you also said why you enjoy being there gitu kan. But still there is fillers and hesitation. Yeah, siapa?
Okay, thank you for the feedback.
Okay, my pleasure. Next, Gio.
Yeah, okay. I like to talk about sport area in Kemang region. So why I call it sport area Kemang or Kemang sport area because in in the radius of 5 kilometers we can find a lot of sport field or sport area. So the biggest one is a mini soccer field. So there are two mini soccer field in that area, in and people also come them come there to play mini soccer usually around the weekend, and not just mini soccer but there are also another sport categories area in there such as tennis court, such as pedal pro field, and also gym. So what what makes it unique is because in that area there we can find a lot of sports section. So it depends on your preference. If you want to play tennis, you can go to the tennis court. If you want to play paddle, you can go to the paddle pro field. And if you want to go to gym, there's a anytime fitness that open 24 hours a day, so you can go there every single day. And yeah, like I mentioned before, people usually go to the sport area around the weekend, but for the people who are so interested in a gym or fitness, they can go there around the weekdays to the anytime fitness. And what people do there is doing some sport. So it depends on their preference. If they like to do tennis, they usually go there around the weekend, probably around
Okay, stop.
okay.
What do you think, Gio?
Yeah, I'm not actually say enough details in that section. So I'm just answer few question, not all of them.
Okay. What did you miss? Yang mana yang miss?
Like why that? I mean, like why they are special. I mean, why that place is special, something like that. So I'm not explain about the price. I'm not explain about the facilities, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, well, actually, you've already talked about there are a lot of sport preferences there, right?
Oh yeah.
I think that's one of the what it's called. One of the apa sih? Aku jadi lupa. Special
Oh, okay.
about that place gitu ya.
Okay.
Probably still there is hesitation there and looping.
Okay.
Jadi kayak balik lagi gitu ya, balik lagi. Yeah, for example, you're talking about the sport area. You can say that I would like to tell you about the sport area in Kemang. Well, actually, it's quite near from my house. I think it's about 20 minutes by car. Kayak gitu kan bisa ya,
Oh,
for example, kayak getting into details, like being personal gitu ya, by your own experience gitu. But if it's not your experience, then ya just make up stories gitu. Jadi kayak biar sounds natural, flowing, kayak dibikin cerita gitu loh. I would like to tell you about sport area near my house. Well, it's called Kemang apa gitu ya, sport or whatever it is. Then after that you talk about it. I usually go there once a week with my friends. Yeah, as you know that uh, instead of going to the mall or hanging out with my friends at the shopping center, we choose to go to that sports center or whatever tadi namanya apa, because we want to be healthy and so on gitu. Ya Gio
okay.
ya.
Yeah.
Oke, gitu. Next, Agisha. Eh, kemana Agisha? Tadi kayaknya ada. Oke, dan kalau tidak ada, what time is it? Oh, mungkin langsung ke writing ya. Takut nggak cukup waktunya. So today we are going to discuss about maps. Okay. Lah, Gabriela baru muncul ya. Hai Gabriela.
Hai Kak,
Okay, so today we are going to discuss about maps. Well, actually, we've just finished our speaking section. Jadi so sorry.
it's okay. Sorry for joining late Kak. I'm
It's
not in
okay.
good condition actually.
Oh, okay, understand. Ya, get well soon ya, Gabriela.
Thank you Kak.
Okay, so here in maps, you will have to describe about for example, there is like changes or probably development gitu ya. Biasanya kadang kan ada perubahan gitu, or construction for example, from the forest area into buildings gitu. So basically in maps you can put the conclusion gitu. Jadi untuk yang di maps kalian bisa taruh conclusion. Okay. In maps, show either the development of an area or comparison. Yeah, as I said before, when you write about a map, you need to focus on describing where things are in location to each other. Language such as to the left, next to, north of, behind, etc. will be important gitu. So probably to make it easier, you can make apa ya? Kayak arah mata angin gitu. For example, kalau kalian biasanya menentukan arah mata angin itu seperti apa? Kalau yang di atas itu kira-kira arah mata angin apa?
North.
North ya. Terus kalau yang di kanan
Is
is ya kayak gini. Jadi untuk memudahkan nanti kalian bisa coret-coret gitu ya. And then after that there is example here. Carlingwood is a village near London whose population has increased steadily since the middle of the 19th century. The map below shows the development of the village. Okay, and here's the additional information such as main roads, motorways, railway, and then there is years as well here. Okay. Gabriela,
Ya, Kak.
would you please help me to read this model answer?
Be written in right.
Yes.
Okay. The map shows the growth of a village called Carlywood between 1868 and 1994. It is clear that the village grew as the transport infrastructure was improved. Four periods of development are shown on the map, and each other populated area is near to the main roads, the railway or the motorway. From 1868 to 1883, Carlywood covered a small area next to one of the main roads. Carlywood Park and Golf Course is now located next to this original village area. The village grew along the main road to the south between 1883 and 1922. And in 1909, a railway line was built crossing this area from west to east. Carlywood Station is in the part of the village. The expansion of Carlywood continued to the east and west alongside the railway line until 1970. At the time, a motorway was built to the east of the village, and from 1970 to 1994, further development of the village took place around motorway intersection with the railway and one of the main roads.
Okay. What do you think after reading this sample answer?
This answer inform me about the development of a village called Carlowood.
Mhm.
Like the development started when a railway or motorway was built there.
Okay. And then maybe
And then,
from the others
and then this paragraph also tells about the location, see,
about the location, such
like
as
like the motorway was built to the east of the village, something like that gitu Kak.
okay. Yep. Maybe additional information from the others? Ada yang mau nambahin? Yeah, as you can see here, there is changes gitu ya. There is development. And then the overview is clear, talking about it is clear that the village grew as the transport infrastructure was improved gitu, based on transport infrastructure. Oke. Jadi bisa dilihat di sini. Then I think it's quite understandable, but still using the basic vocabulary gitu ya. Ini masih kategori basic vocabnya. Okay, maybe we can see here the differences between Band 5 and 7 plus. Ada nggak ya? Adanya proses ya. Wait a minute. Oh, ada ding. Yap, seperti ini. Okay. The figure below is a town planning map showing the likely position of new shopping centers as well as the various different zones and major transportation route of the town. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. Okay. As you can see here, there is shopping center A and then shopping center B. 15 kilometers to the town. 12 kilometers to the next town. 25 kilometers to next town. Okay, the blue one is industrial zone, and then the white one is rural zone, countryside. Pink here, I don't know, is it pink? Residential zone, suburbs, and then the red one, central business district, no traffic. And here's the main road, and this one is railway. Okay, okay. Jadi ini central business district, no traffic. Ini residential. And then the white one is rural area. Okay. Agisha,
Yes, miss.
could you please help me to read this sample answer?
Okay. This is a map of a town showing where two new shopping centers will probably be built, as well as different zones and transportation routes. In the middle of the town, there is a small zone called the Central Business District. Cars are not allowed in this zone. Outside the Central Business District, there is a larger residential zone, and outside this, there is an even larger rural zone. There is also a railway line running right through the town and three main roads which start on the edge of the central business district and go to nearby towns. According to the diagram, one shopping center will probably be built in the middle of the town, while the other one will be built in the northern rural area. People will be able to get to the first shopping center by train or park their cars on the edge of the central business district and walk to it. Meanwhile, they will be able to get to the second shopping center by car or train because it will be located between the railway line and the main northwest road.
Okay. What do you think after reading this sample answer?
Maybe the answer using the simple sentence.
Okay.
Um,
And then
what else? Um,
what else?
I guess you there is a no complex vocabulary.
Okay.
So this is a simple vocab, not advanced.
Okay. Simple structure as well, yeah.
Yes.
Okay then. Let's see 7 plus. Maybe Gio.
Okay. Given is a map of an unnamed town illustrating the probable seats of two new shopping centers in the relation to various different zones as well as major transportation links. As shown in the figure, the town has four main zones located at the ends of three arterial roads. It's a relatively small center business district. Cars are not permitted in this area, and all major roads permitted at its outer edge. Surrounding the town center is a much larger residential zone which has within it two smaller industrial zones. Beyond this, meanwhile, is even larger rural area. A railway line runs through the entire town from the northwest to the southeast. With regard to the planned location of the two new shopping centers. One is likely to be situated in the town center and will be accessible by train or by parking on the edge of central business district and walking. The other will probably be placed on the outskirts of the town to the northwest. Access to this shopping center will be by either car or train as it will be situated between the railway line and the main northwest road.
Okay. What do you think, Gio?
Uh, it has an advanced vocabulary,
Mm-hmm.
such as shown in the figure, something like that, and it has a good linking words, like meanwhile, with regard, something like that.
Okay. That's all?
And also the amount of the words is 194 words, so I think it deserves to get 7 too. Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah, but it depends not because the words count, but it's also about the vocabulary, grammar and
Yeah.
accuracy and so on. Okay. It doesn't mean that you only write for about 150 words and then you get band 5. It depends on how the words, how the vocabs, lexical resource and structures. Okay. So here's the academic vocabulary. For example, show, it's basic. Probably you can use illustrate, and then we'll probably be likely to allow, permit, be located, be placed, or be situated. Middle, it's basic. You can use center. Okay, let's check your comprehension. Which sentence is more general?
I think A.
A. Okay. And then number 2, which statement should be placed at the beginning of paragraph?
A.
A. Number 1 A, number 2 A. Okay. Next, which statements names one of the zones in the town?
B.
B. Okay. Number 4. What verb tenses does the writer use in these essays? Hanifa said B. Yang lainnya sama? Okay, the future tense form of can is
A.
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 A. Okay. How many times does the writer start sentences with there is or there are in model answer A?
We forgot this.
Yeah, probably you can choose one of them. Kira-kira yang mana?
Maybe just
Oh,
right in the
lihat.
middle.
Udah dihitung berapa?
I think more than four or just four.
Okay. Rural area is a formal way to say
City.
pardon?
C.
Sorry. C.
See. Yes, no question. In model answer B, terminate is more formal way to say N. Is it yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The word accessible means that people can reach or get to a place or facility easily.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The outskirts of the town refers to the city center.
No.
No? Oke. Tadi number 1 apa jawabannya? E ya? E. Number 2 juga E ya? Number 3 Central Business District. 4 main zones. B. Number Number 4, C. A, B, B. Oh, salah ya. Number 5, A. Hah? Apa itu?
A,
Ya,
yeah,
number
would be able
5,
to.
A. Oh, number 4 tadi present and future tense. Ya, bukan B. Jadi jawabannya C. Dan number 6, C, there is and there are. Ada 4 berarti ya. Number 7, rural means that is an adjective that means country. A good adjective for city is urban. Okay. And then terminate. Yes ya, number 8. Number 9, yes juga. And number 10, no. Okay. Benar ya?
Yang
Oke.
rural kayaknya salah, Miss.
Yang mana?
Yang rural tadi kayaknya salah.
Yang
The
rural ya?
second.
Iya.
Tadi just for but so
Ya,
it's
tadi kalau
wrong.
tadi jawabannya pada suburbs ya. Yeah, I think it should be. Iya, sinonimnya country. Kalau kalian coba cek di Merriam-Webster, Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Okay, and then is there any question?
Rural itu kan harusnya yang kayak countryside gitu ya. Kenapa kok sinonimnya malah ke country gitu? Kan walaupun sama-sama country tapi itu lebih ke countryside gitu ya. Uh, Daerah pinggiran gitu kan, Mas.
Yeah, I know. For the suburb, for the apa namanya rural area, kalau kalian cek di mana namanya di kamus, dia disebutnya sih country gitu, countryside kan, jadi dari kata countryside. And then let's check ya, what's the difference between rural and suburb. Ya, di sini dibilangnya kalau rural areas that are in the countryside, typical far from cities and towns. For the suburb, residential areas on the other edge of city, between the city, between the city center and rural areas. Jadi bisa dibedakan kalau yang rural dia countryside, far from cities, sedangkan suburbs dia edge of cities gitu. Terus for the apa namanya density dia kalau yang rural very low, sedangkan suburban dia medium. Kalau lifestyle-nya, for example di rural dia quiet and nature based, sedangkan kalau di suburban dia residential and family focused. Jadi beda ya. Terus transportation, for example, di rural dia limited, often car only. Sedangkan di suburban dia better roads, buses, and sometimes trains gitu. Jadi bisa dibilang suburban itu lebih maju gitu ya daripada di si rural. Mungkin kalau rural nih lebih similarnya ke outback gitu deh. Ya. Sedangkan suburban itu kayak lebih ke apa ya? Residential gitu. And then for rural gitu ya. Misalnya dia lebih ke farms, cottage, isolated homes, sedangkan suburbs dia ada neighborhoods, houses, and townhomes gitu. And then for the services, dia few, often far apart. Sedangkan kalau yang suburbs, dia ada schools, supermarkets, clinics nearby. Jadi beda ya. Oke, siapa tadi yang nanya?
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Oke, gitu ya. Jadi kalau yang rural dia lebih ke countryside. Jadi that's why it's called country gitu. Lebih cocoknya ke outback gitu. Jadi kayak pelosok gitu ya. Dan kalau yang suburbs itu masih area mungkin bisa dibilang Depok it's suburb gitu kan. Edge of the town, the main town kayak Jakarta gitu. Tapi kalau ngomongin tentang rural, kita bisa bilang yang di pelosok probably in Irian Jaya, Papua kayak kayak gitu. Oke. Okay? Is there any question for maps? Kira-kira ada yang ditanyain nggak?
Not yet, Miss.
Not yet.
Matanya boleh nggak? I think max is the rarest type of question that will show up in IELTS writing, right?
Pardon?
Um, max or like process diagram like this is the rarest type to shows up in IELTS writing test, right?
It could be yes. It could be no as well. I don't know what's the latest mock test gitu ya. Probably you can check it on the websites gitu ya. The latest mock mock test. I'm not sure if it's the latest or the unfavorite one. But all I can say is just be well prepared whatever the type is gitu ya. Jadi even though kalau misalnya kayak mungkin maps atau yang lainnya yang menurut kalian tuh kayaknya nggak bakalan keluar deh. Tapi just be ready aja gitu ya. Oke. Okay? Okay,
Okay.
let's practice. Maybe you can make for the introduction first and overview gitu ya about this one. I will share it on Oke, aku bakalan share di grup bentar. The pictures. Oh, wait a minute. I think should be pictures. Oh, nggak bisa ya? Can you see the screen?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, the following maps show the changes in the town of Springer from 1970 until now. Oke, jadi kalian tahu ya tenses apa yang bisa kalian gunakan. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. And then here's the additional information. All you need to do is make the introduction and overview. Itu dulu aja.
Miss, can I present now?
Yes, please.
The map presents the development of city plan layout of
Anyway,
Springer.
could you please send it to the chat first?
Oh, okay. So, the map presents the development of city plan layouts of Springer on 1970 and current layout. It shows a big growth of Springer from the so-called countryside area into a central area. In 1970, there are a wider area of forest comparing to current situation. It is located in two areas separated with houses, shop, and farmland area. The only different thing is the size of forests, which are tinier with, uh, the current situation. The only different thing is the size of forests, which are tinier, with one of forests situated between airport shops, and houses. Also, one of it located between airport and apartments. The current map also shows how the increasing number of residents of Springer happen over time. As we can see, the number of housing, like houses area and apartments, are greater than older layout. Of course, the higher number of housing area draws more shops to open nearby, as they are the essential spots for residents to find their daily needs. Pardon me for engine noises.
Okay. Well, actually, you understood the text and described main changes, yeah, in the town layout. But probably still there is grammatical errors in sentence structure. For example, it is shows, gitu ya. Should be it shows, or it is showing, gitu. Then after that, the only different thing is the size. I think it could be better became the main difference is the reduced size of the forest, gitu ya. Terus juga forest situated between airport, shops, and houses. I think it could be a forest located between the airport, shops, and houses. Gitu. Mungkin gitu sih ya. Nanti tinggal di poles-poles dikit grammarnya. Oke?
Okay, thank
Anita,
you, Miss, for the feedback.
you're welcome. Next, siapa ini? Ica ya? Ya, Ica. Could you please read your answer?
Okay. The given maps display the person in the layout of Springer Town between the year of 1970 and current condition. Previously, during the year of 1970, forest areas were dominating most of the landscapes in Springer City, while the other areas that covered the rest of the land was farmland and a little bit of residential areas and shopping centers. In stark contrast to this, the current map shows the drastic land use transitions, where the housings, apartments, and shopping centers are mostly dominating the city layout. Both forest and farmland have lost their dominance over the area.
Okay. Yeah, we covered the overall comparisons, which is a must for the overview. But still, there is grammatical errors as well. Like between the year of 1970 and current condition, I think it could be better if between 1970 antiquity and the present day gitu ya. Terus forest areas were dominating, should be forest areas dominated gitu. And then a little bit of residential areas. I think it's too informal for academic writing. It could be a small portion was occupied by residential areas. Gitu ya. Oke. Ica, nanti tinggal diperbaiki lagi. Ya. And then the last one, Gio ya. Nanti sisanya tinggal dijadikan PR aja. Ya, Gio.
Okay. Okay. The maps illustrate the update in the city of Spinger between 1970 and current year. In 1970, farmland and forests have dominated the area. Only few houses and one shopping place that available in the city of Spinger. Farmland located on the south are during 1970. The shopping place located on the heart of the city in the 1970. Move forward to the current year, it shows significant improvement on the amount of houses, not only regular houses but also huge apartments that already built in the current year. The school became the center of the city that's surrounded by the six shops. The major upgrade of the city of Springer is the existence of airport that located on the northeast of the city. By developing the airport, it increased the population of the city and attract more develop, developer to build more houses, apartment, and any public places such as school and shop. The forest and farmland become less dominant in the current year.
Okay. Yeah. Same, probably talking about the grammatical errors. Okay. For example, like only few houses. It should be only a few houses. You know the difference between few and a view. Jadi kalau yang pakai artikel itu followed by ini ya, countable nouns. Okay.
Oh,
And then subject verb agreement such as the school become, ya kan? It should be the school has become. Okay. And prepositions like located on the south are gitu ya. It should be located in the southern area. Ya gitu, masih ini di
okay.
grammar-grammarnya ya. Nanti tinggal diperbaiki lagi. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Is there any question, guys? Okay. I think that's all ya. Thank you so much for joining my class and have a good night. Bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
My pleasure.